Beyond the Mic with Sean Dillon.
We're joined on the star line by basketball star known as Mr. Chibbs, number 2 draft pick in the 1991 NBA draft. His latest project after basketball is the Showtime documentary NYC Point Gods. We welcome from Archbishop Malloy High School legend and NBA All-Star Kenny Anderson.
What's going on, my guy?
Mr. Chibbs, Kenny, let's go beyond the mic. From one guy from 235th Street and Jamaica to another, why is New York City hoops the best of the best?
We just got ballers, man. We got ballers from every borough. Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Bronx. It goes on and on. But the playgrounds is something that we took seriously. When you went out and played every summer, you just had to compete. And you had to compete. You had to have the charisma. The ball handling skills had to be sick. And that's just what New Yorkers, that's what we was about.
As you look back on your time in the NBA, do players today have more, less, or the same passion, skills, and work ethic than the legends mentioned in this documentary?
I don't know. I think some of the pros, they work extremely hard. They committed. They are very committed. But the New York ballers, we're different. They was different. You know, we worked extremely hard. But I had a goal, and I had to make it to take care of my mother. Some guys have goals, different goals. Some guys just want to enjoy themselves playing pickup ball on the streets of New York and go about their lives and do drugs and do certain things that just don't manifest to make them a better player in life. And it happens. But everybody has different goals. I had a different goal in my growing up and playing in New York.
Some people just want to escape.
Yeah.
How did helping your mom by making it into the NBA make you feel?
Oh, it felt great. I just played. I knew the game. I said, "Oh, the NBA, you make a lot of money." So I thought you make a lot of money, so I got to make it to this NBA. But first of all, I got to go to school, get a good education, can't fail, and play ball. So I concentrated, hard for 4 years. Archbishop Malloy High School. I just concentrated, and I wanted to make it so I could take care of my mother. That was my goal.
You watched legends play in the NBA when you were a kid. How has your time in basketball measured up with what you thought it would be growing up?
I remember I watched, Tiny Archibald with the Celtics when he played, but Rod Strickland, Mark Jackson, Kenny Smith, Pearl Washington, I watched those guys. And I said, I want to be better. I want to be them or better than those young men coming up. And I want to do well for my mother. I want to be able to take care of my mother. And I knew basketball was going to do that. So what I did was just work extremely hard in basketball. And, I took it there. And it worked out for me. Some cases, it doesn't, but it worked out for me.
Kenny, as you saw the final cut of the documentary, did you think you were as important and as good as people thought you were?
Yeah, now I look back on it. Yeah, I was pretty good, and I'm so glad that I'm able to give back. They can take a look at what I came through, and it can help them with their future. Some of these young ball players that's playing the game of basketball.
Mr. Chibbs, Kenny Anderson joins us beyond the mic. And Kenny, it's time for the Rocky Nate. 8 random questions. Answer with the first thing that comes to your mind. There is no pressure. Who's the basketball legend that you schooled on the court?
Oh, wow. I don't know. It's so many of legends that I played against.
Pick one.
I don't know, man. I couldn't say.
What's the best basketball court in New York City?
Oh, I would say Rucker Park. I'm going to go with Rucker Park.
That's obvious. Do you consider yourself a lucky person?
I'm lucky and blessed.
Why?
I'm lucky because everything went right for me. It could have went left. It went right. And I'm blessed because God has given me the privilege to be able to take care of my family, take care of my, I took care of my moms. And, that's why I'm saying I'm blessed with my health. Coming out of what I came out of to still live and to give back, it's an awesome feat.
Okay, Kenny, do you remember the largest amount of money you ever spent at one time when you were on an NBA roster?
Oh, Wow. I would say 20,000 maybe.
What did you spend it on?
Just on everything. I just went crazy that day.
If you could have a personalized license plate, what would yours say?
Mr. Chiz.
That's a shock. What's one thing that distracts you the most every single day?
I think so much about things that's down the road. I think ahead so much. I think that it's distracted. It's distracted me somewhat, and I got to learn how to just live in the moment. I think about things that I might be going into, or maybe a week or 2 weeks. So I think I just got to live in the moment.
What's the best place on the Georgia Tech campus?
Oh, wow. Georgia Tech, the gym area. That's the best place, man, the gym.
And if you could make one wish come true, what wish do you have for your future?
I'll tell you, one wish I have, if I become the head basketball coach at Georgia Tech, period.
It's time for One Big Question with Kenny Anderson from the documentary NYC Point Gods Beyond the Mic. When people see NYC Point Gods, what do you want them to understand?
Our grit, now grind, and what we had to accomplish and what we had to go through. You know, it was a culture. Culture back then was awesome, but the guys that performed on the point guards from New York City, everything we had to go through, not just playing the game, but just the game of life. You know, it was just an awesome feat to be out there playing basketball. And for some of us, it was a goal. We had a goal in mind. For some of us, it was just like, oh, I just enjoy the game. I want to come out here in the summer and rile the crowd up and just ooh and ahhing. It was just great in the summer. Summer basketball in New York City was awesome.
Who is the NBA point guard today that reminds you the most of you?
I think Kyrie Irving. You know, he's real tricky with the ball. He shoots left, right, layups. He can shoot the ball. Kyrie Irving is awesome.
He loves playing in Rucker Park. I think he's blessed and once spent $20,000 in a single day. Kenny Anderson from Showtime's NYC Point Gods. Thanks for taking the time to talk with us today.
All right, my man.
And that, my friends, is a Beyond the Mic shortcut.